Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you can all hear me. I have started the spaces on Twitter, but it seems I have started the spaces on. So guys, can you just do a thumbs up if you can hear me? I'm trying to figure this out on Twitter here. I think guys on YouTube, you guys can hear me. Is that correct? Jacko is putting his thumbs up, so I assume that you can hear me. Is that correct, Jacko? Hey everyone, we still have some few more minutes before we get started. So I'm gonna repost this. Zibber, can you hear me on Twitter? So guys, a few more minutes before we get started. We're just waiting. Today, Plan A is on holiday, so we're trying to. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take over today. So we'll see how this works. Just to do a quick check, I think on YouTube you guys can hear me, but I'm not yet 100% sure if you guys on Twitter can hear me. Can you somewhat make a thumbs up? All right, so let me just retweet this to see. All right. Sorry guys, just give me a second. I'm trying to figure things out here. Zibber, I can see you on Twitter, but now I'm not sure if you can. All right, great. That's great. So, Zibber, could you send yourself in so that I can accept you here as a speaker? So I'm not. I think you have to request because I cannot do that here. Requested, yes, that's great. So I am going to approve and see. All right, I just accepted. So hopefully this should work. Sorry, guys, you're trying to fix some audio issues here.
Hey, loud and clear, Mr. Dean. How are you?
Not too bad, my friend. Thanks that you're up here now because I thought this is not going to work today.
I mean, it's holiday weekend, probably light participation, but let's see. Now, we got the diehards here. I see Rich Landon. I see Rich all over the place, so I knew he'd be here.
That is fantastic. Yeah, I see Jaco as well. And
Jaco, too.
Yeah, some more people are joining in. So, guys, this is great. More people. I've just retweeted to see probably if some more people are going to join. Yeah, so we have Zibber in the house, and he's gonna give us some updates, man. I see you're very busy, my friend.
You got to hustle in Web3. It's not like a regular job where you just stop in the office, you sit down, eat a donut, you get paid. It doesn't work like that in Web3. So that's my life.
That's fantastic, man. Great that you joined today. I mean, we don't have as many people. I think they all have a bit of holiday, so that's that. But yeah, nevertheless, we're here, and I'm gonna give us a bit of updates. I think it's gonna be a short one today, but I have some great news, which I'm definitely gonna give you today, and we shall see how that works for us today. So yeah, I mean, I think we can just get started. Everybody else will just join probably a bit later, or even yeah, they can check the review. So hi everybody, I see some guys on YouTube as well. Rich is in there as well, so that's great. Thanks guys for joining in. So let's just get started. I think we're just gonna keep this one very short today. I think yeah, as I said earlier, people are enjoying themselves, and that's great. So let's get started. No, number one, I have plan A is today is on holiday. That's why I'm taking this over. He actually said that he might jump in from if the plane Wi-Fi works. But yeah, it seems like probably that doesn't work very well. But it doesn't matter. I'm here. I'm gonna give you some updates. And the other thing is, shout out to Mo. I think last week he had mentioned that he would like to have like a page where there's a bit of an agenda and some information while we talk here in the spaces. So I had said last week that I'm going to create a blog section on titanxsub.com so that we have at least a place where we can dump in some information in there. So I had tweeted earlier on the link to that, and I'm just going to actually share it in the spaces as well. So you should see it on top of the spaces, the link to that. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So this is the weekly TitanX Spaces. It's day 156. And today's agenda, obviously, we're going to start off with the TitanX Stats. And then we're going to go and check out all the launch projects, some few updates regarding those. And then also maybe a quick update and some of the things which are going to be launching in the future. And some of them are going to be pretty soon. So let's get started with the TitanX stats for today. If you're watching on YouTube, you can actually see directly on the TitanX.com and the blog. So you have the link there straight away. And I've basically just I visited app.titanx.win and I have screenshotted some of the stats here, and I think this probably would be great as well to just add them in there, so that we at least have like a history of what happened actually back in the days, right? So I mean, these numbers do change every day or every second in some ways, or every block on Ethereum, but I think this is a great way. At least maybe we can just dump some of these stats here, so that we have something in the future we can look back to. So as of today, I just screenshotted this probably like half an hour ago. And the TitanX distribution right now, we have around 25%, which is liquid, 15% it is staked, and yeah, we have 35.36%, which is locked in the buy and burn. In the BOT, build on TitanX, the protocol, 13.39% of the supply is locked into in the build on TitanX protocol. And 9.38% is locked in Hyper. So that's the TitanX distribution currently. And if we I'm gonna scroll down a bit here for you guys on Twitter. You on YouTube, you can see this. By the way, I just want to put it on full screen on YouTube so that you guys can see it. And let's look at the TitanX buy and burn stats. So on the V2, we have around 3,569 Ethereum at current prices. That's around 12.9 million. So yeah, that's quite a bit. And in the V1 buy and burn, we have around 4,458 Ethereum, and that is around 16.1 million. So yeah, we have a lot of liquidity, Ethereum, which is the most important one. So I think for the health of the project, this is exactly what you need, basically, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like this Ethereum is going to buy and burn the supply, which is going to be coming in the future. So this is like the backing of TitanX in some way. So this is great. The numbers are looking great. And so let's just jump into some of the launch projects. And this is something new I want to show you today. Actually, the Helios Dune Dashboard is now done, and you can actually visit it. I have so dune.com/MikeDean/Helios. You can see the newest dashboard, Dune Dashboard I created. So this is great. I just finished it pretty much yesterday. There's probably some few updates I'm going to be doing on it, but pretty much this is like the first version, or and hopefully the final version. I think I'm going to be adding some more stuff, but yeah, so probably some few numbers which I would just like to present. I don't want to go too deep on this, but I mean, this is important today. Like Helios, Dune Dashboard has a new dashboard. By the way, dude said he might join for a short one, but well, I'm not sure if he will be able to join. But nevertheless, so some of the miner stats. For instance, we have 1,407 miners, Helios miners, which have been created so far, and the amount of TitanX which has been spent to create a Helios, it's 3.06 trillion TitanX. So that's quite something, guys. And let's just jump on the Helios miner stats, and we can see the average miner power is around 493, and the average miner length is 46. And you have an option when you start a Helios miner to burn TitanX, and you get more HLX Helios for that, and that's people who have done that. We have 141.44 trillion TitanX which have been burned through the burn amplifier. And then yeah, just visit the site, and while you're at the site, don't forget to star it, because yeah, Dune will automatically update the site if you guys just visit and then star it. So that would be great if you guys can do that. And yeah, there's some more stats here. You can look at the future supply, the next 14 days, 30 days, and 90 days. And by the way, the supply is by the date and also by the contract day. So the days and the contract day, they overlap a little bit. So that's why you can see there's a bit of difference between the contract day and the date, because the contract day, they do not align with the normal dates. So that's why there's a bit of difference. But some people like the dates and some people like the contract day. So therefore, I just have both of them so that you guys, yeah, whichever you prefer, you can definitely use that. So here you can see the future supply, and you can look here at the staking stats as well. And regarding the staking stats, I'm going to be adding, I think, probably one or two more stuff here as well. But then, nevertheless, I don't want to bore you off too much here. So this was Helios, the dashboard, which is now there. So this is great. And yeah, we can jump on the next one, DragonX. DragonX, guys. I mean, the Dune dashboard has been already created so far. So let me just go back here for a second. I just clicked. I just wanted to open this. All right. So I have opened the DragonX Dune dashboard. This is also another dashboard which I had created. And yeah, one of the things you can see, the DragonX net supply is currently sitting at 5.53 trillion. And if you scroll down a bit, the amount of DragonX which has been burned so far is 17.47. So that's quite a bit which has been burned. And yeah, they have definitely enough Ethereum to burn a lot more than that. So probably, yeah, for the future of DragonX, it looks quite great. And the ratio, I think the minting will be ending very soon. If I'm not mistaken, the minting should, yeah, this is the 10th of April, I think, should be the last days of minting of DragonX. So yeah, looking forward to that as well. So that was pretty much about DragonX and Baby DragonX. I'm going to leave that to Zibar actually to give us the update regarding Baby DragonX. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for my update so far. There are going to be some projects which are going to be launching. I don't have the exact information for now, but yeah, I'll be updating you guys in the upcoming week. So we have Titan Blaze, we have Pulsar, and Titan Wars, and potentially Zibar has even information about those because I was busy with a lot of other stuff here. Anyhow, I'm gonna give it to Zibar, and let's hear from you guys.
Thank you, Mike. Great overview as always. As most people know, I am on the the Helios DAO. I'm one of the 3 council members. So there's 3 council members for the Helios DAO. And then, of course, Dude is the founder. He's also on the council, but we just consider 3 plus 1. All right. My goodness, where to start? Okay, I'll start with Baby DragonX, because I do advise quite a few projects inside and outside of TitanX ecosystem. It's keeping me hopping. Like it feels like it's actually turning into a full-time job, which is fantastic. So Baby DragonX, we have completely minted, right? You know, we've been out in the wild for a while now, and we're kind of coasting right now. And the reason we're doing that is because the gas on Ethereum, it's just too high. Even when Gwei is low, it's too expensive to do things with NFTs and manipulate them and do staking, and it's just too expensive. So the original, we took a DAO vote, and the overwhelming idea was to go to a low gas chain, right, for the next part of the milestones. And the next milestone for Baby DragonX is an NFT collection. Similar, like, because we take a lot of inspiration from Titan Legends, we're kind of like their little baby brother or their nephew project, right? So they came out initially with the Titan Legends and the Dragons and the Dynasty, and Baby DragonX is right in there, right? Our baby dragons are part of that dynasty and the lore and everything. So they recently announced, recently, maybe a month or so, that they're going to be launching on Pulsar. In fact, they deprecated the NFTs on Ethereum, and they've moved them all over to Pulse Chain. Sorry, when I said Pulsar, erase that. I didn't mean Pulsar. They've deprecated they've deprecated the Ethereum NFTs, and everyone got airdropped the same NFTs they had now on Pulse Chain. So I just checked, all mine were over there, the legendaries and the fire breathers and all that kind of thing. So that's kind of like coasting a little bit right now. And the reason Pulsar is on my mind is because a lot of the projects are kind of waiting for Pulsar to launch, because then we're going to have Wrap TitanX and Easy Bridges and some other really super sophisticated stuff that I don't know a lot about yet. Like scanning the white paper, I need to probably scan that thing 2-3 more times. So Baby DragonX is going to kind of watch what Titan Legends does on Pulse Chain. And then we're going to decide, do we want to follow them? Or do we want to move over to Base, right? Because there's a lot of interesting things happening on Base, a lot of liquidity over there, a lot of people, a lot of ways to make some gains and a lot of innovation. So with Baby DragonX, we're kind of a wait and see a little while. Hold your bags, because no matter what, if you hold BDX, you will be qualified for additional benefits, no matter what we do next. If it's NFTs, if it is reflection tokens, no matter what. So hold your BDX. That's going to be key for additional participation benefits. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't have specific information on the other projects, Mike. I'm an advisor for Helios, as well as the DAO Council member. I'm an advisor for Titan Legends, but I'm not going to speak for Rudy. He hasn't slept, by the way, for, I think, 36 hours. I will say that, because he just had a launch over the weekend. So honestly, I'm pretty bullish on TitanX. I know we're in a kind of a slow period. The price is not up high where we will want it, but buy and burn continues, right? Projects are building. So your TitanX is going to be valuable in some manner, whether we use it for another project, or whether we burn it for something. No matter what, I think we're going to have decent utility for our TitanX. So I'll end it there. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask, or jump in the Telegram, ask me separately. Up to you. Thanks for the time, Mike.
No worries, Iba. So, I mean, I think since you're advising on Helios and also on Titan Legends, do you know anything about the Titan Legends? Because the last thing I remember was that he wanted to do something on Pulse Chain. Any update regarding that?
Yes, so all I can say is what's public, and what's public is in their Telegram. I'm not sure if they may have updated on the website. I didn't look closely. So basically it's public that Rudy and the community would like to have the NFTs launch on Pulse Chain. So that's already agreed and approved. And like I said, if you had a dragon, on Ethereum, you now have a Dragon over on Pulse Chain. So add that Pulse Chain network, go over there and check your NFTs. They're all there. Now, what's going to happen and what's the time frame? I'll just speak in really general terms so Rudy doesn't come after me and send me an unpleasant surprise in the mail, like, a spider or something. So the idea is to wait for Pulsar to launch, see how liquidity works over there, and run some tests, adjust some tokenomics, and then do and that's all I can say. So I don't know what the time frame is. First of all, I'd love to know when Pulsar is launching, and I think Crypto Kool-Aid is the man with the plan over there. And if I don't know if he's tweeted anything recently, but I'm not sure about that. So Titan Legends, public knowledge is launch on Pulse Chain is in the future as far as what has been talked about in the community and listed there.
All right, that's great. So it seems like the token hybrid, I think it was called DragonX. So that is going to be launching on Pulse Chain, but in a future date.
Yes. Can I say something else too?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm always hesitant. I would like to ask permission first. So, if you're not familiar with what Mike just mentioned there, NFTs and the DragonX token. Now, that's going to be a fantastically innovative tokenomics. My goodness, I read the white paper 4 times, asked for, I had questions on the chat and also 1 or 2 to Rudy directly. And I thought, it's something that I'd never seen before, right? You got NFTs that you can either stake them or you can claim them, and you can get some tokens like the DragonX token. I couldn't believe that. I was like, this is going to be powerful. And now we know how powerful the concept is, because Rudy launched an outside TitanX project, right? It's not TitanX. It is called Chunk Finance, because he didn't want to wait, right? Rudy's a fast mover. You'll never catch Rudy sitting around on his thumbs waiting for something to happen. So in the meantime, he launched these chunky little cats, put them over there on base. Same thing. You got the NFT cats and you got a Chunk token. Well, to say it succeeded on day 1 would be an understatement. Market cap went as high as 4.3 million. Well, let's start at the beginning. So all the NFTs minted out very quickly. There were some airdrops if you sign up for a whitelist. The rest of the NFTs minted out super quick. I think less than an hour. Even I only got to mint 1 because I didn't have enough base Ethereum over there. And then everyone's waiting for the token, right? Waiting for the Chunk. And Chunk launched, and it was a couple 100,000. It was 800,000. It was 1 million. It was 2 million. It was insane. So the concept works. It's going to be pretty exciting to see what happens over on Pulse Chain, because that is a TitanX project, right? We're going to be able to use either our wrap TitanX or our P TitanX, whatever it is. I don't know all the details of it. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'd watch Titan Legends closely if I were you. I sure am going to. So hopefully that didn't sound like too much of an advertisement. I am an advisor there, and I think Rudy's just amazing, and I really like the project. So there you go.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the DragonX when it launches on Pulse Chain. So I think most people probably are just waiting that Pulsar launches so that we have enough liquidity for TitanX over on Pulse Chain. So that would be pretty awesome if that happens. I haven't got any information regarding Pulsar, but I think they wanted to launch very soon. But I haven't got any updates so far. So we shall see when that is going to happen. So Zibber, maybe regarding Helios, you're also advising there. So what is new there on Helios so far?
Yeah, so I'll comment about what is public knowledge over there on Helios also. So let's talk about we'll talk about the standard operation day-to-day business first. So we ran our second, possibly third DAO vote, and that was to adjust the buy and burn. Either we could leave it the same, or we could raise it by 100%, or we could lower it by 50%, something like that. Overwhelming votes came in at bump it up, double it, right? Go up to 100%. So We've got that going now, so it's 100% buy and burns every 2 hours, which is pretty substantial. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was like 1,000 worth of TitanX buys and burns the Helios. Pretty good stuff. Oh, Helios, sorry, dude just messaged me. He can't connect. He might join, but then he can correct anything I've said. So while he's possibly joining, I'll just finish off that thought. Now, the thing that I think is like super, super exciting about Helios is this is not just, kind of standard kind of wait for a month, wait for 2 months and see how the mining and the staking goes. Dude is a fast builder himself. Like he's really got some interesting, innovative ideas also. And the next project is being architected, and that's all I can say. But what I can also say is it's nothing like we've seen in TitanX ecosystem. Nothing like it. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. It's going to be an interesting way to play some different tokenomics in there. And it's going to take a while. This is not like a whip it up over the weekend type project. It's not like that. It's going to take a little while, some active and complex dev work, some extensive testing, and literally that's all I will say, because I don't want to accidentally say the wrong extra stuff. That's it. And that's good stuff. If you want to know more about Helios, swing by. Come on in over to the Telegram. We got that thing covered 24 hours a day.
That's fantastic. I mean, guys, if you really want to join the Helios team, go ahead. You can just go TitanXSub.com, check Helios. There's going to be a link there for their Telegram. I think probably that's be the easiest, like the central place for all the information. And I'm getting some DMs here that people cannot hear very well for whatever reason. So there is definitely some issues with the spaces today, because I'm seeing people joining and then I don't see them again. So there's definitely some issues with the spaces. But anyhow, people are listening on YouTube, and I can hear you, Ziber. So I guess it's just going to be me and you, and hopefully other people are going to join. But I think there's some issues.
I think I know one of the issues. I mentioned this. I see Dude is here too.
Yeah.
I'll let him talk. But so I'll just say this quickly. Before you join any spaces, check your Play Store or App Store to see if X needs an update. It always does. And that update is so important for audio. It's even better if you do the update and then you restart your device. But like tonight, I didn't have time to restart. But that's important. So if like 30 minutes before, check that X. It seems like they update on weekends. It's almost every weekend. So suggest you do that if you need it. And then of course you can always catch the recording afterwards. And I see Dude he was waving his hand in the air, but I don't know where he is now.
Yeah,
I think he's getting kicked off too.
Yeah, this is, oh man, this is completely crazy, because I'm seeing it as well, that people are joining and then they're gone again. They're joining and then they're gone again. So I mean, Dude is back again, for instance. So this is really weird. Anyhow, YouTube people are there and people can hear me. Mo is listening on YouTube, so shout out to him. By the way, Mo, I can see you're just you're on YouTube, and you mentioned the blog part, or you wanted somewhat to have at least a space where you have all the information on the spaces. So I created the blog here, and I've just added some few stuff here so that we have something. But we shall see how we're gonna continue with that. We'll figure things out as we go. Yeah, so it really seems like Twitter has some issues here, and this is really bothering me. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Dude, can you hear us now?
So we can't hear you, Dude.
Yeah.
If you're speaking. Yeah. Hey, Mike, by the way, while we're waiting, check, if you don't mind, I mean, I don't know what we can do about it. Check your Play Store or App Store.
I'm using the web.
Oh, you're using web. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then you're in good shape then. Yeah. All right.
So I'm using the web, and I see like Dude is a listener and then a speaker. So it's completely weird. So I'm not so sure what I can really do about this. I mean, I could try and join it on my phone. So
I think it's his issue. Like literally, I think Twitter does updates and then Yeah, that's probably what it is. Because I had that experience, one of my first ones ever joining this.
Yeah, so this is weird. I mean, what I could give another try here, but I mean, it's also like boring for the people listening. Just we are trying to fix some issues here. So plan A, come back, man. You see all these issues, we don't have it with you. So um I'm gonna give it a try, but I might be kicked out. So I'm gonna see if I can make you a host. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how I can
Says
do
I'm
that.
still speaker. I don't know if you can give ownership, like renounce the contract and pass me ownership. Or I just did that today. I just renounced the contract. I checked everything like 40 times. I'm like, so stressful.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, for whatever reason, X won't allow me to join. It drops the space and says ended after 10 seconds or so. Still,
So I just got
yeah,
lucky
people can
by
join.
joining.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Do you want me to leave? Like, is there anybody here besides you and me? I only see two people. Oh, there's TEDx. Hey, Ted.
Hey Ted, how's it going? Well, one thing I could do, oh man, I mean, but yeah, I guess maybe we just keep this going for another
Yeah.
2 minutes or so, and then see if. Let me try
And
to
they can
reconnect.
always listen. I think they can always listen and then ask their questions on YouTube. If they can't ask on here, jump over into YouTube and pop their questions in the chat. All right, I'll go on mute.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is I don't know, guys. It seems like this is not working. So I'm seeing somebody's requesting. Let me approve it again and see if this works. But it seems today is really. Let's shut up. Yeah, I mean, let me try to restart it, but I'm not sure if this is going to work really. But let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yes, dude, we could hear you for a second there. All right, guys, it seems like really this is not working today. So it just won't do it. Anyhow, I think I'm just going to end it for now, guys. I think we have more. We have the update that we need, and hopefully this is going to be next time is going to be a bit better than this. But some technical issues with Twitter Spaces, so it is what it is. We have to accept the fact that's how things are right now. So, guys, thank you for listening in. Today is going to be it's a short one, but hopefully you got a bit of an update. Have a good one and see you next time. Bye bye.